Well, good morning to you here on the phone line. 35th District Representative once again, Dan Griffey. Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Jeff. Thanks for calling.
And congratulations on the win. This is an exciting time for you. Also, 35th District Representative Drew McEwen will be heading back to Olympia. Now, the question I have for you, do you think you'll be heading back to Olympia sooner than the traditional start of the session in January? Are you going to be called back for a special session now that the election's over?
It doesn't look like it. We've done a couple practice models of what a virtual session would look like, and demoed that. And I think we're going to go back at our normal time.
And when you go back, is it going to be more of the how it used to be, or do you think that some of this virtual communication may work?
It's yet to be determined. I have a big concern that it might lock out some of the constituent input that we normally have, the great constituent input that we normally have to change laws, but that is yet to be determined. And then how is parliamentary procedure going to work as far as floor activity, raising your hand and instead of crying, yelling point of order, or all those parliamentary rules. Getting how that's going to work out and function has yet to be determined as well.
What are some of the things that you'd like to work on in the next session here?
Yeah, I really want to continue our work on law and justice reform without having guttural knee-jerk reactions to defund the police. I worked on a bill last year that was fully supported by law enforcement to have a central collection point of all police use of force. Law enforcement supported it because they believe that the data will exonerate law enforcement officers at times, and that sometimes it might give them good data to take care of those that aren't good actors. I want to work on a bill that makes it illegal to show pornography to young children. We know that that is a way that monsters groom children at a very young age. And we want to come up with something that is narrowly drafted, that meets constitutionality and helps us protect kids from that troublesome grooming activity.
What about with coronavirus and the schools into next year? Where do you think we need to be by either the end of this year or in the next couple months of 2021?
Well, it's obvious that my constituents want our kids to go back to school. I'd like them to go back to school. I want to find a way that they can go back to school safely, and we're going to have to pass some new rules, especially on school funding. How the schools get funded currently is based on the projection or last year's or the year previous numbers of enrollment, and we're going to have to change the rules kind of temporarily, I would say, for funding our schools, so they are more fully funded when all of the kids actually do go back to school. So they have the ability to start up busing again. We have a serious problem in that all these layoffs in the sports staff in all of our schools is causing an exodus to other jobs. And so there is a great concern whether we're going to actually have enough school bus drivers to actually drive the buses, or we're going to have enough lunchroom staff, janitorial staff, all the support roles. Is there actually going to be enough of them? And so we're working on ideas how we can support our schools and give them the tools that they need to open up as soon as possible.
Well, we've got a long session ahead of us here starting in January with 35th District Representative Dan Griffey heading back to the Capitol after being reelected by the constituents in the 35th. And once you get a better sense of your schedule, I know we're way out before that, but once you get a better sense of your schedule, we'll start working in those weekly updates if that works for you.
Oh, absolutely. I'd like to.
All right, Dan. Good to talk with you again. Congratulations, and be well, my friend.
Thank you so much. Take care, Jeff.